Big news today. Classified files on UFOs are being talked about at the highest levels, and highest official is involved. But the rush to certainty is where most people go wrong. Hi, you're watching EconomiQ, no spin, no hype. In the next 10 minutes, we'll explain the confident narrative people are pushing, show the documents and claims we actually have exposed where reporting collides with reality, and give 3 concrete signals that will tell you whether these. The confidence story runs like this. A set of classified files now discussed publicly contain evidence that UAP's unidentified aerial phenomena are real, anomalous, and possibly non-human. The takeaway: some push. The government has been hiding definitive proof. That's the simple, high-confidence narrative. It's emotionally satisfying and shareable. It's also often the Dunning-Kruger moment. Loud certainty before the hard verification work begins. So what's in the record? Here's what we can reliably say and how to treat it. 1. Congressional testimony and Dodd reports. Over recent years, the Department of Defense and congressional committees have produced reports on UAP incidents, recommending better data sharing and analysis. These are policy documents, not smoking gun revelations. 2. Declassifications and leaks. Occasionally, memos or cables are declassified or discussed in media reporting. Declassification often redacts sensitive material. The publicly available pages are usually partial. 3. Public claims by officials or ex-officials. Named political figures may state they saw or were briefed on material. That's testimony useful, but it must be corroborated by the underlying files or independent confirmation. In short, the records that exist are a mix of data, redacted memos, and testimony, not a single ambiguous database of X equals extraterrestrial. Now the collision. Confident headlines, secret files prove. Meet the practical limits of evidence. Here are the key tensions. 1. Redaction versus revelation. Heavy redactions mean you often get the claim, but not the supporting page. The absence of evidence in a public page is not proof the evidence doesn't exist, but it also isn't confirmation. 2. Interpretation gap. UAP reports often describe unknown flight dynamics or sensor anomalies. Unknown is not equal to non-human. Scientists and defense analysts prefer unexplained and call for more data. Jumping to an extraordinary claim needs extraordinary proof. 3. Political framing. High-profile figures may have incentives to dramatize briefings. That's politics, not science. Treat political statements as claims that need documentary backup. The Dunning-Kruger arc shows up. Early confidence. Decisive action to claim knowledge. Then the messy reality of partial documents and redactions. Despite the noise, the files and briefings do prove 3 practical things. 1. The government has prioritized UAP data collection. Dodd and intelligence bodies have procedures and databases for incidents. That's institutionalization of the problem. 2. There are credible sensor anomalies that defy immediate explanation. Multiple platforms sometimes record events that warrant technical analysis. That's why researchers call for better instrumentation and sharing. 3. Policy consequences follow. Budget requests, committee hearings, and data sharing agreements are direct policy outcomes of these files, meaning UAP issues move from fringe to formal national security business. Those 3 facts are actionable and consequential, even if they don't prove an extraterrestrial origin. Want a pragmatic way to beat the hype? Watch for these 3 signals. Signal 1. Full unredacted document releases tied to evidence. If a Dodd or allied agency releases previously classified data with sensor logs in chain of custody, that's a major step. Public page plus raw sensor data equals credibility. Signal to multi-agency corroboration. If naval, air, intelligence, and allied partners independently report and declassify matching incidents, the pattern gets credible. One agency's claim is weaker than many. Signal 3. Technical peer review. If independent scientific teams can reproduce the sensor analysis or rerun raw data to confirm unusual dynamics, the claim moves from anecdote to demonstrable anomaly. If two of the three signals appear, treat the story as a major evidence-based revelation. Otherwise, treat it as a political claim or reporting lead. Why does any of this matter for your wallet, your city, and geopolitics? Because national security budgets, aerospace investment, and even air defense doctrines can change if incidents are deemed real threats. Companies sell sensors, Congress votes funds, and allied navies change patrols. This topic will keep evolving. If you want updates, comment which signal worries you most: credibility 1, political spin 2, or security response 3. I'll pin the best replies. Subscribe to EconomiQ for global economics, policy changes, market trends, and rise and fall of empires.